morning, Yahoo President Buhari tells police what to do to internet fraudsters. Governors with managing states ecological fund, says Onyejocha. Governor Wine commissions projects in Izago. FIFA on the 17th World Cup, Nigeria Caucus Ecuador for 1.16 slots. Hello, good morning. Thanks for joining us on MCL News. I am Ezinwa from Now, the news in detail. President Muhammad Buhari has cautioned officers and men of the Nigeria police force against harassing young people in their bid to arrest Yahoo criminals. Buhari handed down this warning in his keynote address at the opening ceremony of the conference and retreat for senior police officers on Monday in Lagos. Represented by Vice President Yemi Osibajo, Buhari says the service the police is rendering is thought that Nigerians could not do without, as it is the closest to the grassroots. President Buhari says that police above every other service represents law and order to the average Nigerian. The president was also quoted as saying that this is why the police cannot escape public scrutiny and sometimes criticism. Nigerian people, old and young, want the police force to do better, and to do better they want to be even prouder of your service than ever before. Deputy Chief Whip of the House of Representatives in Kiruka, Onyejocha, says that governors are not deploying ecological funds to tackle erosion menaces bedeviling their states. The lawmaker lamented that the federal government releases ecological funds to states monthly, but the state governors rarely tackle ecological problems in their states. Briefing journalists at her home in Isiochi, Abia State, Onyejocha, who represents Isukwato and Umunochi federal constituency, called for the separation of ecological fund from federal allocations accruing to states. She assured that the National Assembly will give legislative backing to any executive bill for the separation of ecological fund from federal allocations to states. The lawmaker stated that the move has become necessary to avoid abuse of the fund by the governors, stressing that ecological funds should be strictly deployed to addressing ecological challenges. She also decried the erosion menace bedeviling her constituency and assured that the ecological office will soon intervene as the various erosion sites in the constituency have been captured in the database of the office and we are undergoing the process of design preparatory to contract award. The lawmaker further disclosed that she has drawn up the attention of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) and other relevant agencies to the erosion menace in her constituency. She urged her constituents to be patient as the issue will soon be addressed. The House of Representatives Minority Caucus has expressed concerns over Operation Positive Identification (OPI) planned by the Nigerian Army. Minority Leader Ndudi Elumelu, in a statement yesterday, said the planned nationwide operation, where citizens are expected to identify themselves with proofs of national identity cards, international passports, among others, is a recipe for the militarization of the country. He also described it as an infringement of the fundamental human rights of Nigerians. Elumelu expressed the fear that the military operation amounts to an indirect imposition of a state of emergency in the country by the army. He said that military operations involving direct contact and deregulating of civilians could lead to abuses. Elumelu said opposition parties appreciate efforts by security agencies to safeguard lives and property, but faulted the planned military operation as it will not help matters. He stated that the plan, if allowed, will downgrade innocent Nigerians to suspects and conquer people in their own country, adding that it can also strip citizens of constitutionally guaranteed freedom of movement and instill fear, anxiety, and panic in the entire polity. Determined to give youth unemployment a serious fight, Governor Willie Obiano of Anaba State has approved the establishment of Digital Entrepreneurship Office to serve as Center for ICT Development. Announcing this yesterday, Obiano said that the office will nurture and expand technovation as well as serve as a bureau of social mobility in serving youth unemployment using the digital space. He also said that the police will equally coordinate all social media engagements of his government, ranging from popularization of the laudable achievements of the government to aggregation of feedback. He says that the constructive criticisms on social media will not only enhance the participation of Ndi Anambra in governance, but also ensure improved service delivery. Obiano also announced one of his media aides, F5G Trial, as the Paramount Director General of the new Digital Entrepreneurship Office. Enugu State Governor F5G has laid the foundation stone of a multi-million naira ultra-modern Buruburu 5,000-seater pavilion. He also commissioned other projects executed by Chairman Ezagu Local Government Council Chukwudi Fred Ezinwa. The projects which were commissioned by the governor are Central Store, Neighborhood Watch, Education of West African Examination Council Block, Customary Court Building, Independence Electoral Commission, ENSIEC LGA Office, and Citizenship Right. Others include 20 motorcycles for Neighborhood Watch, Works Department, Payroll, and Administrative Office for effective and efficient running of the council, solar borehole tagged Buruburu Water for Life. Governor Ugwuanyi, who assured the people of the state that his administration will continue to ensure maximum peace and unity within the state, promised to do more in terms of development. He noted that Ezago is in the hand of God. He expressed joy with the level of cooperation among the people, especially in ensuring his administration remains thriving. In his remark, Ezinwa noted that his administration will continue to develop the council within its revenue strength. He said that the aforementioned facilities were achieved as a result of collective efforts and teamwork from most party members and council staff. He also commended the efforts of Ugwuanyi's administration in creating peaceful ambience in the states. The Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) yesterday revealed that it has begun issuance of the new enhanced e-passport at East Kano Main Passport Office. The information was contained in a statement issued by the service's Public Relations Officer Sunday James. The e-passport, which was presented to Governor Abdullahi Omar Ganduje and his wife during the official rollout of the travel documents in the ancient city, has additional 25 security features, including the National Identity Number (NIN). The governor applauded the introduction of technology in the entire process. Representative of Comptroller General Mohammed Babangide at the event, ACG TV Oyedeji, says that the introduction of the document is for national security and ease of doing business. The Nigeria Communications Commission (NCC) said on Monday the trial of 5G, the fifth generation network technology, will be for 3 months in the country before actual approval and rollouts. The Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Professor Umar Dambata, stated this on the sideline of the Mobile and Disruptive Technology Moditech Forum 2019 in Lagos. The theme of the forum is the power of digital services. Dambata said that a trial of the 5G technology will enable the Commission to see the key attributes it attained before approval. The Executive Vice Chairman, who was represented at the forum by a director at NCCHE, Banko Wakil, said 5G is like a proof of concept to be carried out by operators with the existing frequency and spectrum. He said that the proof of concept will be tested by all NCC major vendors in the country. The Onitsha Traditional Council has expressed displeasure over recent abduction of some children in Kano State and ferried to Onitsha, Anambra State. The council, headed by Obi of Onitsha, Iwe Alfred Nnemeka Achebe, in a statement noted that it is purely a criminal matter committed by individuals for commercial benefits and has no religious ethnic connotation. The council says that the Obi of Onitsha, Iwe Nnemeka Achebe, is in full contact on the matter with the Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, currently on tour abroad. Both monarchs unequivocally condemn the criminal acts and are committed to the rule of law, mutual respect, and peaceful and harmonious coexistence amongst all Nigerians, irrespective of their residence. The council, however, lauded the police commands in Kano and Anambra for their constructive efforts so far and urged them not to relent to expose all other cases of similar nature and bring perpetrators to book. Leadership of the Anambra State Townspeople Association has announced November 9th as the official date for the 8th annual Anambra Day celebration. President of the association, Ezenaya Ikechukwu, who led a theme to the Abuja office of the Sun Publishing Limited yesterday, said the celebration, which theme is Iwebike, we hold at the National Stadium, Abuja, with several prominent Nigerians in attendance. Ezenaya says that no fewer than 76 out of the 130 registered towns will be represented. He assured that the events will be colorful and provide a forum for the exhibition of the rich culture and practices of the Anambra people. Still to come on MCL News, average salary commissioner outlines procedure for payments. Governor Ikpeazu unveils roadmap for regular salary pension payments. POS is thriving business in Umuahia. Details after the break from our Umuahia studios. Do stay with us.
She be somebody baby. Really the baby say somebody baby.
Apple's Fried Chicken Limited, but don't carry come again yo. Oh yeah, make una listen. You be Romy or Juju, Papa or Mama, Bobo or Sisi, Pikin, Uncle and Auntie them, even including our village people. Apple's Fried Chicken Limited, plot 54 Okibo Road, Aba. They promise say them go give you, yes, I mean you, hey you, huge discount for this month of Independence. Yes, so the discount they wait for you. For Apple's Fried Chicken Limited, just waka JJ enter our office and enjoy our continental or African dishes, including our varieties of pastries, and see how we go summer you with confirmed huge discount. Go come no day. This one now what and take. You know say we know the doll now. Over the years now, we done the give una quality foods and pastries. So therefore keep enjoying Apple's Fried Chicken. For more to recall 0703-890-9708 or 0706-520-5854. Apples, experience the test.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we dey do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
back. At this point, we'll be connecting with our Umaya studios. Chus Eke is standing by to tell us what is happening in the capital city. Good morning, Chus Eke.
I am Chus Eke. Abbas Governor Okizi Ikwazo has unveiled a roadmap for payment of salaries, pensions, and arrears in the state. The decision was contained in a statement released by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ibuchi Anaba. The statement says the decision follows a directive by Governor Ikwazo that payment of worker salaries and pensions and all arrears must be settled on or before the 28th day of every month. Meanwhile, the Commission for Finance, Aham Uko, says issues of establishing salaries and pensions will be tackled by the ministry in compliance with the government's directive to ensure prompt payment of workers' salaries. Uko discloses in an interview with Monday in Umaya. He said about 60 ministries, departments, and agencies out of 74 had received their salaries, while others were to receive theirs for the place of work on Monday. Uko revealed that the state government has disbanded the salary committee and other consultancy firms managing salary payments due to insistent complaints of salary reductions by civil servants. He explained that how the state government will utilize the electronic salary payment platform to seamlessly pay civil servants and disburse subvention to parastatals with a view to reducing the incidence of manipulation and salary leakages. Abbas Governor Okizi has sworn in the former Commissioner for Education, Professor Ikechi Mboji, as the Commissioner for Agriculture. The governor is swearing the ceremony, charged him to bring his best expertise to bear in his new office and bring about economic development. Governor while reminding him that he's called to serve, enjoining to work with administration's policies and programs. Which promised to serve the state and ensure that we put the interest of Fabians first. To drive home the much talked about cashless policy in the country, the Central Bank of Nigeria introduced a point of sale technology, also known as POS, into the Nigerian business environment. With this aim of containing the amount of physical money that changes hands in daily business transactions across the country. News report, Starchy Chukwuaja reports that despite criticisms that may be associated with the system, POS operation has become a thriving business in Nigeria. Here's our report.
The point of sale system was introduced in Nigeria in 2012 by the Central Bank of Nigeria to drive home its cashless policy aimed at enhancing Nigeria's payment system. The initiative, since its introduction, has recorded remarkable success. An April 2019 data by the Nigeria Interbank Settlement Scheme shows that a total of 287,213 POS terminals were registered by various banks for cashless transactions since its introduction. Also, the data shows that the volume of transactions on these terminals increased in April 2019 to 246.097 billion naira from 222.291 billion naira in March 2019. What is noticeable at different parts of Umuahia today appears to lay credence to the data. At virtually every business point, especially in front of banks, POS operators, majority of who are youth, are seen carrying out their businesses. They play the role of automated teller machines (ATM) by meeting the various cash needs of people for a fee of 100 naira. Although it has been alleged that some banks deliberately shut down their ATM services, mostly in the morning hours, a move many say is to pave way for POS agents to make sales. Respondents say they prefer POS to wasting time on long ATM queues.
So alarming, and most times go to the bank and start getting things like there is no network, just wait a little while, and from a little while you are spending almost your whole day at the bank, yet your activity per day is not yet achieved. So but when you come to this POS, it is easier, you can transfer, you can withdraw, you can send, so it's just a token.
However, the system is faced with challenges which range from poor network, high cost of operation, and the risk of being robbed or swindled. But Francis AGK, a POS merchant, says the challenges do not deter the operators from pushing forward. While the CBN may be seen to be making headways with its cashless policy, it is worthy of note that this policy is also helping to reduce the unemployment rate in the country, especially in Umuahia, through the POS service, which is now a means of livelihood to the vendors. Nchetachi Chukwaja, MCL News.
That's one tip from the studios here, and now we'll take you straight back to our bar easily enough for House the West of the news bulletin. Thanks for watching. Keep seeking.
Thank you so much for the reports, Chuks AK. It was a moment of joy as Ogechi Abakoba celebrated her birthday at MCL Television Studios. Esther Ndukwe tells us more.
It has almost become a tradition for staff of the cable TV outfits to rejoice and celebrate with one of their own that becomes a year older. On Monday, despite having a deadline to beat, the staff temporarily abandoned their busy schedule to celebrate the birthday of Ogechi Abakoba, an intern with the company. In their suppressed speeches, some members of staff described the celebrant as a humble and obedient student who is eager to learn.
My wishes is God to give her more long life and more celebration of the new birthdays in future, and then she also should be very, very close to God.
But she's a quiet person, a humble person, and she's one who, like, even if she doesn't know something, or like she aspires to know almost everything here, and I love her boldness, I love everything about her because she is humble and she's willing to learn.
I feel happy, it's a thing of joy for one to see, after 365 days in a year, you have a mark of the particular day you are born on earth. It's a thing of joy.
I see her as very calm and eager to learn. Even if there are things that seems to be difficult, she remains calm and asks.
The highlight of the brief ceremony was the cutting of the birthday cake by the celebrant, assisted by the general manager, Brookhouse Services, Ogo Agu, and others.
A-E-S-U-N-S Jesus! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you! How old are you now?
The celebrant expressed joy with the support and joy shown by her staff of the company.
Many people are in the mortuary
many people are in the hospital sick bed, but he made it possible for me to be among the living. I feel excited as all glory, all adoration be ascribed unto him alone in Jesus' name.
Ogechi Abakoba is a mass communication student of Ken Saro Wiwa Polytechnic, Rivers State. Esther Ndukwe, MCO News.
And on foreign scene, thousands of Los Angeles residents have been told to evacuate because of a fast-moving wildfire that began in the early hours of Monday morning. The Getty fire started near the Getty Center Arts Complex and spread to about 500 arcs, close to some of the city's most expensive homes. California's governor has declared a statewide emergency as wildfires continue to rage in many other areas. NBA star LeBron James was among those forced to flee the LA fire. Actor and former state governor Arnold Schwarzenegger said he had also evacuated. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti announced he will sign an emergency declaration to draw more resources to fight the Getty fire. Some 3,300 homes are in the mandatory evacuation zone. The wildfire is said to threaten LA's affluent Brentwood neighborhood. Meanwhile, wildfires are continuing to sweep through Northern California. Some 1,800,000 people have been ordered to leave homes, with roads around Santa Rosa north of San Francisco packed with cars as people try to flee. All schools in Sonoma County were closed for Monday and Tuesday as tens of thousands of homes remain under threat. The biggest blackouts in the state's history have already left 1 million people without electricity. Power companies are trying to stop damaged cables from triggering new fires. And in sports, Nigeria and Ecuador will slog it out tonight in the second group match at the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Brazil. Both teams playing in Group B won their first games in the opening day of the tournament last Saturday, while Nigeria's Golden Eagles came from behind twice to record a dramatic 4-2 victory over Hungary. Ecuador defeated Australis 2-1. Although Nigeria and Ecuador have 3 points each following their victories on the opening day, the Eagles, however, topped the group courtesy of their superior goals difference. Victory in today's match, scheduled to kick off at 9 p.m. Nigerian time inside the main bowl of the Estadio Olímpico Olympic Stadium, will confirm a spot for the winning side in the round of 16 of the tournament. Ahead of today's clash, striker Peter Olawale is confident that he and his teammates will replicate the strong attitude they displayed against Hungary in their first game. The 16-year-old forward, who has been nicknamed Ronaldo due to his style of play, which is akin to that of the Juventus and Portuguese star, believes that the Golden Eagles can go all the way to lift the trophy at the tournament. Premier League bosses will meet to discuss a review of the current VAR system. This follows another weekend of high-profile incidents with Everton and Arsenal, in particular, on the receiving end of harsh decisions. VAR has now been used in 100 Premier League matches this season, with as many as 26 decisions overturned, including Brighton's controversial penalty award on Arsenal having a late winner ruled out against Crystal Palace. However, there has not been a single occasion where the referee has consulted a pitch-side monitor. Premier League officials have been encouraged to minimize delays by leaving decision-making to the VAR, but a string of high-profile decisions have led to calls for referees to take a look at the monitors. The policy will be reviewed at the next Premier League meeting in 3 weeks' time. That's the size of our news package this morning, but before we go a look at our major stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has cautioned officers and men of the Nigeria police force against harassing young people in their bid to arrest Yahoo criminals. Deputy Chief Whip of the House of Representatives Nkiruka Onyejo-Charles says that governors are not deploying ecological funds to tackle erosion menaces bedeviling their states. We also told you that Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi has laid the foundation stone of a multi-million naira ultra-modern Buruburu 5,000-seater pavilion. And in sports, Nigeria and Ecuador will slow it out tonight in the second group match at the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Brazil. That was the news. Thanks for watching. Please do join us again by 8 a.m. for Good Morning Abia. I am Izini Wafo. Once again, good morning.